If you were to imagine a single individual simultaneously shaking up the auto industry, the cryptocurrency market, and global politics, all with a few controversial decisions, some tweets, and an unrelenting stream of new ventures, you'd be hard-pressed to find anyone who fits that description better than Elon Musk. Whether it's his audacious moves as the head of the Department of Government Efficiency, DOGE, his polarizing remarks that send dog-themed crypto values soaring, or his relentless drive to keep Tesla at the forefront of electric vehicle innovation, Musk is a modern-day master at taking, and often thriving under, enormous risk. But what sets him apart is not just his appetite for risk, it's how he manages it, internalizes it, and uses it to transform entire industries and even spark global controversies. He's been called genius, disruptor, populist, troublemaker, and visionary all at once, often by the same people in a single day. The underlying theme here is that Musk is willing to stake his reputation, his fortune, and even the goodwill of entire governments on the future he imagines. And more often than not, it's paid off spectacularly. In this script, we'll explore the art of taking risks in the style of Elon Musk, how he frames them, why he embraces them, and what lessons you can apply to your own entrepreneurial or personal ambitions, even if you're not heading Tesla, shutting down government agencies, or single-handedly driving up the price of Dogecoin. We'll also weave in some recent data points, from his political maneuvers in early 2025 to Tesla's latest market triumphs, to illustrate that Musk's risk-taking is an ongoing phenomenon, not a relic of his early PayPal or Zip2 days. So let's buckle up and learn how to take risks like Elon Musk to achieve massive success. In conventional terms, risk often conjures images of potential losses, be it money, reputation, or stability. In the Musk mindset, risk is intricately linked to possibility. Rather than fixating on what could go wrong, he zeroes in on what could go astronomically right if a bold vision pans out. Opportunity over fear. Musk enters markets, like electric vehicles or reusable rockets, that most deemed unprofitable or outright impossible. His first principle is that if the reward, e.g. revolutionizing space travel or shifting the world to sustainable energy, is big enough, it justifies the potential for major failure. Comparative mindset. He measures risk not just by counting the cost of failing, but by imagining the cost of not trying. In other words, not attempting to pioneer a reusable rocket might doom the space industry to stagnation. Not building Tesla might mean letting legacy automakers continue with slow EV adoption. Look no further than February 2nd, 2025, when Musk, alongside former President Donald Trump, announced the planned shutdown of the U.S. Agency for International Development, USAID. Shutting down an entire government agency is a staggering risk, both politically and reputationally, but Musk frames it as part of a grand overhaul to reduce inefficiencies. Critics call it populist stirring, as Bill Gates did on January 27, 2025, labeling Musk's political moves insane S. Yet from Musk's viewpoint, the bigger risk might be leaving a bloated bureaucracy unchallenged. Key lesson: for Musk, the enormity of potential gain, transforming a system or forging a new industry, outweighs the immediate backlash or short-term losses. By rebranding risk as opportunity, he pushes boundaries others shy away from. Part of taking risks like Musk involves stepping into the limelight. Plenty of founders or CEOs prefer to keep their heads down, focusing on product development away from media scrutiny. Musk, on the other hand, uses controversy like a fuel source. He'll tweet about shutting down the Department of Education, as per the Department of Government Efficiency's next target on February 4th, 2025, or weigh in on global politics, knowing it will spark both outrage and excitement. Double-edged sword. The risk is that negative PR can hurt brand loyalty. Some consumers boycott Tesla due to Musk's politics. On the flip side, the publicity cements Tesla, SpaceX, and Musk's other ventures in the public consciousness. This contradictory dynamic can lead to short-term turbulence, but often results in long-term brand inertia, especially when the product or innovation remains strong. Nothing exemplifies Musk's use of high-stakes publicity more than his engagement with cryptocurrency. On February 4th, 2025, Dogecoin soared 10% after Musk warned Reddit trolls with possible federal action. This single incident is a snapshot of how Musk wields social media to shape entire markets. It's a staggering risk. If the government or regulators crack down on him for alleged market manipulation, it could be financially and reputationally disastrous. Yet Musk seizes these moments to maintain the narrative that he's an uncensored visionary forging new pathways. Key lesson: taking a public stance, especially a polarizing one, magnifies your risk by inviting scrutiny and potential retaliation. However, it also has the potential to catapult you into a realm of influence that can pay dividends for your ventures. Successful high-risk takers weigh the pros and cons, but once they decide, they go all in publicly. In early 2025, Musk's appointment to head the Department of Government Efficiency, DOGE, sparked near-immediate controversies. From the plan to shut down USAID to rumored targeting of the Department of Education, Musk is rewriting the rulebook on how CEOs engage with the public sector. This is a massive risk, crossing swords with entrenched political interests, confronting potential constitutional crises, and fueling cross-party opposition. Yet, Musk has a knack for harnessing these crises to showcase his brand as a no-nonsense fixer. Some supporters cheer him on as a much-needed disruptor to stagnant bureaucracy. Others see it as an alarming power grab. Both angles underscore the risk. However, by aiming for large-scale institutional change, Musk bets that the scale of success, if it works, will overshadow the stepping on a few toes along the way. Simultaneously, Tesla soldiers on under Musk's leadership. On January 20th, 2025, Tesla announced a new electric vehicle model slated for late 2025, even as European sales waver. By February 1st, Tesla's stock soared to a new high, buoyed by strong earnings. This encapsulates the Musk risk model in a corporate setting: pivot or expand aggressively, even when certain market segments appear lukewarm or hostile. International market pressures. Europe's dissatisfaction, partly due to Musk's political stances, could hamper Tesla's presence there. But Musk's solution is to keep the brand's new EV model hype on full throttle, reinforcing Tesla's unstoppable innovation image. Fighting on multiple fronts. Leading Tesla while engrossed in political shakeups could stretch typical CEOs too thin. Musk, however, thrives on juggling multiple high-stakes projects, accepting that some will yield spectacular wins while others might falter. Musk's approach to risk is holistic. He doesn't isolate his corporate strategies from his political engagements or personal brand. While this magnifies risks, political controversies can weigh on Tesla stock in certain regions. It also amplifies synergy. Media coverage about one domain cross-pollinates interest in his other ventures. On the surface, Musk's actions, like shutting down a major government agency or openly supporting meme coins, may appear reckless. However, reckless implies a disregard for consequences. Musk, by contrast, invests significant mental and financial capital in analyzing outcomes, even if he publicly frames it as spontaneous or edgy. He has teams, advisors, and decades of entrepreneurial experience behind many of these moves. Musk famously dives deep into engineering and financial details. He can talk rocket thrust and EV battery chemistry with the same fluency. This knowledge base isn't flashy PR. It's the bedrock that ensures his crazy leaps have been vetted by some underlying logic. Planned chaos. The swirl of controversies often arises from a well-thought-out plan to capture attention or shift public debate, not from random impulses. One hallmark of Musk's risk-taking is the capacity to endure harsh criticism, even from industry titans like Bill Gates, who labeled Musk's political activities insane on January 27, 2025. Handling the blowback from mainstream media, peers, and public officials demands emotional resilience. Musk's on-the-record strategy has been to stay focused on core goals. He rarely backs down just because someone powerful disapproves. Leverage criticism as fuel. Disparaging remarks can highlight how disruptive his aims are, further galvanizing his supporters. Taking Musk-like risks requires thick skin. The higher the stakes, the louder the naysayers. Instead of letting negativity derail your purpose, harness it as a sign that you're pushing beyond the comfort zone. So how do we translate Elon Musk's approach into something workable for our own careers or ventures, without the billions or the direct line to ex-presidents? First, identify a big, transformative vision. If you're thinking small, you might never feel the impetus to accept high risk. A groundbreaking project, be it a revolutionary app, a social enterprise, or a bold political campaign, justifies the emotional and financial toll of stepping far outside your comfort zone. Instead of launching a local e-commerce store, aim to create a platform that redefines how a certain product category is sold. The bigness of the dream often helps you push past the fear of risk. Musk loves first principles thinking, breaking down a problem to its basic truths and building solutions from there. This method cuts through dogma and reveals where real opportunities and real risks lie. Ask why a problem exists, what technology or approach can fix it at a root level, and how existing industry assumptions might be flawed. Overcoming conventional limitations might require leaps of faith, but they'll be anchored in logic. You don't need to shut down a federal agency on day one to prove your capacity for risk. Start by expanding your comfort zone. Tackle smaller but still nerve-wracking challenges like pitching to a high-profile client or publicly sharing an ambitious viewpoint on social media. Each step that doesn't completely destroy your venture will bolster your resilience, building the mental toughness to attempt bigger leaps. Musk's brand thrives on drama. You might not replicate it exactly, but you can learn to craft a narrative. Whenever you make a bold move, explain the rationale in a compelling way, through interviews, social media, or blog posts. People often accept risk if they believe in your larger vision. Turn critics into curiosity. If someone publicly denounces your plan, respond calmly with data or a clear argument for your stance. Let their criticism become free publicity. Even an intuitive risk-taker like Musk has experts, engineers, financial gurus, policy advisors, backing him up. You too should surround yourself with knowledgeable allies, interdisciplinary teams. Don't keep your circle limited to people who only think like you. Seek diverse input to refine your high-risk strategies. Cross-industry insights. Musk merges ideas from software, aerospace, automotive, and now governance. The broader your knowledge network, the more robust your risk assessments become. Is there a risk that Musk's involvement in politics could tarnish Tesla or overshadow his achievements in space exploration or sustainable energy? Absolutely. Europe's dissatisfaction, partly due to Musk's political stances, could incite boycotts or regulatory clampdowns. This is the dark side of risk. It can burn bridges that might be critical to your future expansion. On the crypto front, Musk's repeated forays, like the January 2021 Bitcoin fiasco or the February 4th, 2025 Dogecoin surge, potentially invite regulatory scrutiny. If the SEC or another authority decides Musk's tweets constitute market manipulation, heavy fines or legal battles could ensue. For lesser-known entrepreneurs, a single legal blow could sink an entire venture. A final caution. Running multiple big-risk initiatives at once can stretch resources and personnel thin. Tesla's big new model for 2025, SpaceX's Mars ambitions, the Doge department agenda, each alone demands unrelenting focus. Overextension can produce chaotic management, employee burnout, or sloppy execution. Key lesson: even if you adopt Musk's risk methodology, remain vigilant about the real potential for catastrophic setbacks. Balance your leaps with enough contingency planning to keep the whole ship afloat if a major bet fails. Elon Musk's presence in 2025 is a whirlwind shutting down government agencies, fueling meme coins, announcing new Tesla vehicles, and inciting global debate with his every move. At the core of all these controversies and achievements is a singular approach, embracing risk at a scale most deem unthinkable. By publicly committing to radical aims, like reorganizing entire federal institutions or pushing electric cars into mainstream acceptance, Musk forces the world to reckon with his vision, effectively shaping markets and policy conversations. For those of us aspiring to achieve even a fraction of Musk's impact, the message is clear. If you're looking to transform an industry, solve a massive problem, or reinvent yourself in a big way, you must make room for substantial risk. That might mean risking your social capital, your financial safety net, or your comfort in the face of near-certain backlash. But as Musk repeatedly demonstrates, when executed with strategic thinking, resilience, and an unwavering commitment to a bigger picture, risk can be the catalyst for extraordinary success.